There are lots of good reasons daily driving a classic, but in this video we're going to chat about some of the pitfalls. This is my 38-year-old Suzuki Samurai, or SJ413. It's a 1988 Suzuki and I've owned it for the last 5 years. My dad had it before and I've been daily driving this Suzuki since I bought it from him. I just came from school drop-off and it started raining, and that made me think of all the things you should know before considering driving a classic car every day. Now, the first thing that came to mind when it started raining was, it's gonna rust because water collects everywhere. Now, I know this is open, but it doesn't have to be open. In most old cars, these seals don't seal anymore, so water go in there and it rots out the doors at the bottom. Every old classic car has a spot where they like to rust, like the old Mercedes is around the rear light clusters, or many cars here around the windscreens. This car is mostly rust free, but you can see a few spots there, and the problem is, if it gets wet, you need to dry it out properly, and the only way to do that is to go for a long drive in the sun, or to leave it out in the sun, or to dry it out properly. But the problem is with this car, it goes under the mats and it collects there, and especially dirt and stuff. So if you drive your classic every day, there is a chance that it's not going to stay as nice as it is at the moment. And that's why a lot of people don't drive their classics except on breakfast runs on Sunday mornings. But it's just too much fun, so it is what it is. You can also see how the paint, the clear coat, has flaked off the bonnet. But yeah, I just have a smile on my face every time I drive it. Another negative is safety features. You can see in here, no airbags, no retractable seat belts, no ABS, fiberglass roof, thin metal. If you're in a crash in this, it's the same as on a motorbike, so you have to drive safely. Now, luckily I live in a small town. I don't drive on the highways, I don't drive fast, but still you need to be aware it's not a safe car. And another thing is that if you do get in an accident, body panels are going to be very expensive or impossible to find, and that's why it's also difficult to insure these old cars, because of the cost of repairing it. Old cars can be as reliable or even more reliable than modern cars because they're simpler, but you need to know what to look out for. For instance, if your car has points, they wear over time and that could cause it to start running rough or not start. Hoses get old, and if they pop off or burst, that's a showstopper and your engine could overheat and leave you stranded. This one leaks from somewhere, so every now and again I top it off with about 500 mils of water. I think it's a pipe down there somewhere. I just haven't gone through the trouble of making sure. But anyways, it's never left me stranded anywhere. But it is something to consider. And in the past, I've driven many old cars, Beetles, 1977 Land Cruiser, 1980s Mercs, and I sold a very good 230e Mercedes because I started a new job 30 k's from home, and I was worried it's going to leave me stranded. I was stupid. I don't think it would have, but anyways, it's always a risk in the back of your mind. In fact, we've done very long trips, a 5,000k trip through Botswana in a 1991 Corolla 130 carburetor model without headrests, and a 4,000 kilometer West Coast trip in the 1977 SJ413 diesel Land Cruiser Troopy. And in both cases, we didn't have major issues. There were some, but it is kind of stressful, or very stressful. Now, this doesn't apply to all classic cars, but many classic cars are not that fast, so keeping up with traffic on the highway might be a problem and a risk. In town, it's not an issue at all, and finding parking with this little thing is so easy. But because they're old, they're also not that economical. Now in this, I get 10 kilometers per liter, maybe 9 kilometers per liter, which is not that bad, but for a 1300 it's horrible. But since I don't drive long distance and the maintenance is basically free on this, there's very little that you need to do to keep it running. It makes up for it. And then finally, finding someone that's willing to work on your old car is getting more and more difficult. A lot of workshops just want to replace parts and they are not keen to fiddle with your old carburetors and points. So you're probably going to have to do it yourself, which is part of the fun. But yeah, that's just classic motoring for you. Just a short little video on the trials and tribulations of driving a classic car every day. Let me know what you drive, if it's a classic or even if it's not. And I'll see you next time. For now, I'm gonna walk in there. There's just spider webs everywhere. And I keep on walking through them. Ooh. Need to get out of here. And it's also bucketing down at the moment. And now my car's standing in the rain. It's a bit of a mud wallow where animals come and mud bathe. Not sure what that was. Could have been zebra and warthogs. It's so dense after all the rains we had in January that I got myself pretty stuck in here. Everywhere I go, there's spider webs across the path, which is not a path, it's just openings or clearings in between the trees. I know I need to go that way, and the grass is so long that I'm mindful of snakes and stuff. You can see something walked here. It looks like waterbuck. Look at this clear trail. Do you see that line there? That is from all these little ants. They're small. It's been walking up and down. Just as you think you've found a way, you run into one of these bad boys again. I'm so close. That's the road where I came from. I think my car's just over there. And I've got a few meters left of this thick, long grass. And the problem is puff adders. I would hate to step in one of those with my running pluckies. It's as tall as my waist. Well, some of them you can see it's almost as tall as I am. Didn't think this through. Okay. Oh, made it. Huh. I actually thought I'm going to end up on the other side of the car. Anyways, we made it. If you've watched this, for well done and thank you, and enjoy your weekend. Poor Suzuki. And I left the window open. Oh wow. Anyways, you have to decide, are you going to use it or are you going to look at it in the garage? I'm using mine.